Happy Monday, Raw Food Rehab. It is awesome to be back with you after the weekend off. I generally make videos Monday through Friday, God willing, and so here I am back again in the video seat. We are also today going to be giving away one more copy of the Raw for the Holidays ebook. We've got several hundred names that have been put into this drawing, and so I look forward to, as every day now, between now and Christmas, drawing a winner at the end of the video. So yes, today's topic, being prepared. How are you getting prepared? There is definitely a learning curve when you go from the world of cooked food, like most of us have all grown up eating cooked food. So we know how to prepare meals in the cooked food world, but there's a learning curve when you begin to add more raw and living foods to your diet. Sometimes you just don't really know what to eat and what to do. So those of you who have been with me for a long time and have been following my teachings are, if you will. One of the biggest things that I like to share is the importance of staying organized in your recipes. When you find a good raw food recipe that you like, especially if it's easy, I encourage you to print that off or to write it down or to clip it out of the magazine that you found it in and add it to a 3-ring binder. That's what I do. I'll just print things off. And I a lot of times use these plastic page covers so that when I'm actually grinding and blending and doing all the things that I do in my kitchen, I'm not ruining the page. But this has been a lifesaver for me in the last 5 years of being a raw foodist. As you can see, my book has gotten kind of thick. So much so that I've gotten a new one. This one actually only has 2 things in it. It has a copy that I printed off of the Raw for the Holidays ebook, which I don't necessarily recommend that you do that because you're not really going to save a tree or save your printer cartridges by printing it out. But since it was my labor of love this last year working with the original cast of Raw Food Rehab, I really felt like I wanted to have it as a tangible keepsake. So I printed that off. I also have in here Angela Stokes Monarch's A Juice Feaster's Handbook because I am very much a proponent of juice feasting, and I really wanted to support her work because she was one of the mentors when I did my juice feast last year, and love having a copy of her handbook. There are other things that you can find, like this is just an accordion file. This is what I used in the beginning where I would keep recipes inside here, and it was kind of pretty too, but I outgrew that and I found that recipes weren't as easy to find. But when you're just getting started, if you have something like this, it's a great place. If you can keep them all in a central location, that's a good start. And then they have other little, just for small things, you can add little recipes into these type of small project files. But what I'd like to do in today's discussion thread, those of you who have been at this raw food diet for a while, I would really like for you to add to the comments maybe what your top 10 or 20 go-to recipes are, and link us, if possible, to where those recipes are, whether they're in the kitchen here at rawfoodrehab.com or maybe they're in our liquid lounge that we have. Maybe you've posted a recipe to something that you really, that you're enjoying on maybe a weekly basis, something that is quick, easy, and doable. I would love to have you give that list. I'm going to go ahead and post mine immediately so you can get an idea of what I'm talking about. And maybe you also have a recipe from another raw food chef that you can give us an online source where we can click on that recipe and go right to it on the internet. And that way it gives credit to whoever the original creator of the recipe was. So at Raw Food Rehab, I really want to make sure that we definitely give credit where credit is due, wherever the original recipe source is. That's what we want to try to go with. So I just think that this thread, even though we have a similar discussion thread going on in the Culinary Center, it's called Core Menu. It's excellent. Not everybody's plugging into all the different rooms yet. We have so many new people. I think that this could be a really powerful thread, a great discussion thread. Also, what ideas do you have? What things have helped you get organized in your raw food journey? How have you gotten more organized, more focused, and prepared? For those of you who are experiencing a great level of success in your raw food journey, I'd really like to hear from you. And then if you're new to Raw and Living Foods, please, as always, feel free to ask any questions underneath this video in the comments. If you're not currently a member at rawfoodrehab.com, all you have to do is go to rawfoodrehab.com, answer just a few questions, and I will be there to welcome you to our community. We'd love to have you join us. There's so much help, so many resources here that are going to be available to you to help you be as successful as you can be on your journey to more optimum health and reaching your best weight. A lot of people are here working on weight related issues. Some want to gain weight, and most of us want to lose weight. So we just would love to have you join us. But without further ado, it's time to draw a winner. It's time. Who's it going to be? Who's the lucky winner today? Shani Fletcher, you just won a Raw for the Holidays ebook. I don't know if you're a member of rawfoodrehab.com, but I know obviously you're on our Facebook fan page, so I'm going to be contacting you to get your email so that I can get you your copy. We're going to give away a copy, at least one copy, every day between now and Christmas, so you'll want to be sure to stay tuned. If your name's not already in the vase, all you have to do is sign in on the Facebook fan page, and I will add your name to this drawing. Only register once, please, because it gets confusing. I've seen a lot of you sneakers trying to get your name in there several times. Once is enough, and that helps me not lose my mind when I'm trying to figure out who's already in here. So I really love you guys, and I really want to hear from you today. Tell me how you're staying organized. Tell me what your favorite recipes are and links to those. Okay, I'll see you tomorrow.